discussing about database management system. I'm discussing about the continued part of introduction. In the last video, we discussed about what is the meaning of database, data, information, database, and the database properties, types of databases, and what is database management system, the purpose of DBMS, that is why do we need DBMS, and different functionalities of database management system. At the end of this video, you will be able to know about database environment, simplified database system environment, and different characteristics of the database. This is simplified database environment. Firstly, users or the programmers, application programs or the queries, software to process the queries or programs, software to access the stored data, stored database definition, metadata, stored database. Here, first component, users or the programmers. Users, nothing but the casual users or the end users who is using the database. Programmers, nothing but one who write the programs. Users will ask their questions to the database. How they ask? Using some application programs. When they ask some questions using application programs, there will be a software to process those questions or the queries. Same way, programmers may also ask the questions, but how they will ask? By writing some queries. Those questions or queries will be processed using some software. So we have this component, that is software to process the queries or the programs which is asked by the users or the programmers. Whenever that question or the query is processed, if any errors are there in that, it will be given back to the users again to correct that. When there is a valid query or a question that is processed by the software, it is again passed to this component, that is software to access the stored data. We have some software to access the stored data based on that particular query which is asked by the users or the programmers. It will search in the database whether that solution exists for that particular query or no. If that solution exists or answer exists, it will give back that to the users. For example, if it is not there, it will let know the users that that data is not existed in the database. And these two symbols what I used here, stored database definition and stored database, these are the symbols we use to represent the database. Here we have stored database definition, that is metadata, and stored database. This software to access the stored data, that will access the data which is stored in this database. Stored data, nothing but it is the actual data. What is the meaning of actual data? For example, I asked some students details. Those student details, nothing but roll number, name, phone number, address, parents details, whatever that data. For example, roll number 1, name ABC, so and so phone number, so and so address, that is an actual data. But the columns what we used, that is roll number which is of type integer, name which is of type character, then phone number which is of type integer and which should have 10 digits itself, that is nothing but metadata, nothing but description of the database or the definition of the database, what we call it as. Then this software to process the queries and software to access the stored data, both together will be termed as DBMS, that is database management system softwares. And this whole environment is called as database system. For example, you'll give your query or you'll ask some question using some application program, or else you'll ask your question with the help of Google. It will search for your answer with respect to your query or a question. If that answer is present in the database, it will give you the solution for that particular query. The same way this works. Next, coming to characteristics of the database approach. A fundamental characteristic of the database approach is that the database system contains not only the database itself but also a complete definition or complete description of the database structure as well as constraints. The information stored in the catalog is called as metadata, describes the structure of the primary database. What is the meaning of this in the sense? For example, I have some database called as student. I may have student database or a college database or a university database or an employee database, any database it may be. If you take some database, that complete description is stored over here in the catalog. I am taking the example as company database. In company database, I'll take one table as employee. We can term it as relation also. Relation employee or table employee, I can say. Table employee, I am saying in the sense it is one data. I am saying this is the data of employee. In that employee table, I am storing some more data. What all data I am storing? Employee ID, employee name, designation, address, contact number, and the projects assigned for that particular employee. These all data or details I am storing in employee table. Employee table itself is a data. About that data I am storing some more data, that is nothing but data about data, is called as metadata. Metadata is nothing but the data about data, we call it as. If I am taking a relation as employee, employee relation consists of the columns name, ID, as I told, phone number, so and so tables. That table description I am storing in this metadata or a catalog. What description? ID is of type integer, name is of type character, designation is of type character, and how much size it is holding. If I am taking ID, ID should not be redundant or repetitive. It should accept only unique values. That constraint I am putting. What is a constraint? It is some rules I am putting on that particular column. If I give some repetitive values, it will not accept, it will give the error. That description I am storing over here. So we say it self describes itself. The database is describing itself. That is the property, that is self describing nature of a database system. One more example I am taking here, an example of a database catalog. Relations. Here three relations I considered: student, course, section. Student is also one table, course is also one table, section is also one table. In student table, how many columns I have? Number of columns 3. In course relation or a course table, I have how many number of columns? 5. In section table, I have 4 columns. These are relations. Examples of databases: student database, course database, section database. Then columns. If I take one relation, that is student, in student relation I am having here I am considering one specific relation. Out of these 3 relations or these 3 tables, student table, course table, section table, out of these 3 tables or the relations I am considering one, that is student. Student name, roll number, class, course number. These are the columns which are existing in the student table. Name is of type character data type. Roll number is also a character I am taking. It may be integer or a character according to my requirement. Why I am taking character here? For example, 11U20. The roll number may be alphanumeric. That's why I am taking as character. Class, character, course number, that is integer, or a subject number. Any columns may be here. These are the details about student relation. As I am indicating here, belongs to relation student, 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 student. This is a details about student relation. This is why we say database is self-describing. This student is self-describing about itself. This is stored in the DBMS catalog.